Good evening, everybody. Jim Weller here. We are live at Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville, Delaware. I want to let you know you've got plenty of time to come out and have dinner here. Lots of seats, great food, all made from scratch, a little bit of everything. Smells good. So if you would like a good home-cooked meal, right now would be a time to come because we're going to be here. Spaghetti, all-you-can-eat spaghetti, like a marathon.
$5.95. That's crazy inexpensive.
Who's calling me right now? Yeah. I wonder who it is. I don't know. It's a 337 number. So anyway, don't they know we're busy? So anyway, if you're the one calling me, I'll have to call you back, okay? But anyway, I've got a lot going on tonight. First of all, we're going to have Jason Troyer, who is going to teach us and tell us about geocaching. Have you ever done that?
I call it geocaching.
Geocaching?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I have done it. It's really fun.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You take GPS and you go out and you find different things. Yeah. He'll explain it to you.
We've done it all over with him, like down in Duck, North Carolina.
Yeah, I've done it down in Chincoteague and other places too. Mm-hmm. So
we took like a week and we just left and we went wherever the thing went. We're gonna take like a month sometime and just go geocaching every day for a month.
Really?
No. But it sounds really good, doesn't it?
You can put Weller wooden nickels in there.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Hope they don't get wet. But then we've got Jason Troyer. Then we got Anthony Joseph with the Spinning Wheels Racing Report. We got Micah Melton going to be telling us all about the Boy Scouts. He's very involved. A lot of things going on there. And then Tom Protak, who is going to be talking to us about Habitat, Sussex County Habitat.
That's Habitat for Humanity, right?
Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
What's the difference? Habitat against humanity?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, this is Habitat for Humanity. Okay. So anyway, Colin, what's new with you?
You forgot.
What?
The newest segment.
Well, I was getting there. I was going to let you.
The Milford Live update.
Milford
Brian
Live.
Shoup from Milford Live.
He's going to be here every week, isn't he?
Yes, he's going to be here every week. So.
Now, Milford Live is like an online newspaper. Been around for a couple years now.
Milford Live is the website.
The website.
Milford Review is the actual newspaper, and it is an online newspaper that you sign up with.
Okay.
So he can explain it much better than me.
He can explain it better than you?
He can explain it. Let him explain
it.
Now, so, we've got a little bit of, we had some complaints last week.
I heard about it.
Thousands and thousands of emails.
Yes, and it was all pertaining to you.
And it was about me, and it was bad.
Yeah, it was.
I was chewing gum during an interview with Brian Shoup, and I realized it about halfway through. So... if you go back and
Brian was trying to keep in pace with your chews. In other words, so it was interesting.
I think I was working it pretty hard too. So I don't always chew gum, but
last week you were working on it.
I was.
So anyway,
cinnamon. So anyway, to all the thousands of emailers that we got for that, I am sorry, and that's what happens when Jim takes a day off. So he's not allowed any more days off.
No more days off.
We just mess up.
I do want to let everybody know we will not be here next Tuesday night.
All right, you can have that day off.
We're going to take off Christmas, then we're going to take off New Year's.
Well, you can have that one off too, I guess.
All right, so we won't be back till the is a bigger, greater meeting, and I want to remind people that Jesus is truly the reason for this season. So again, thank you to all our listeners, and we just ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come right back, and then we are going to hopefully have Jason Troyer to tell us all about geocaching or geocaching.
I like
either
caching.
one. Okay? All right, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, Jim Weller. We're back with you. Catch It Live. We're here at Jimmy's Grill. We're going to be talking to Jason Troyer in just a minute, but he's carrying on another conversation at the same time. So as soon as he finishes that, we'll be good.
I'll be right back.
Anyway, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to explain these pictures to the crowd? Let me hold this one up. Okay.
That is a guy that looks like me, apparently getting ready to eat a really big cheeseburger.
Because this guy has red eyes, and that's not you, right?
That's correct.
That's the difference. Wasn't for the red eyes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was this.
I cleared the whole plate. Of course, you can show the next picture there.
That's Spreaker.
So this is kind of like a before and after picture. Mm-hmm. It was
his eyes changed color as he ate that burger.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Got a free T-shirt and a bottle of barbecue sauce.
One's Jimmy, Jason. It was Jimmy's idea, but Jason cleared his plate quicker. And the T-shirt, was it full of armpit stains or was it new?
It was new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
There you go.
Yes, still had the creases.
Okay, that's a trend. You're going to give out T-shirts at your business. They should be new. All right, Jason, what do you want to talk about tonight? You going to teach us something?
Geocaching.
Is it geocaching or geocaching?
Well, I think it's caching.
Caching?
Right.
Okay. Now, you're an expert on this.
I wouldn't say an expert. I mean, I've kind of dabbled in it. It's fun. It's kind of like an adult version of not hide and seek, but finding treasures and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. But
all right, you do this. Can you do it anywhere?
You can. If you go to the website, which is just www.geocaching.com. You pretty much put in your zip code or wherever you're at, zip code, and it will pull up a map and it will show you all the caches that are near you. Okay. And then there's different kinds of caches. There's ones where you basically just punch in coordinates and you go to it and you'll find a treasure and there's all kinds of little things in there.
Wait a minute. So you go to geocaching.com.
Right.
And then you punch in, we'll say Bridgeville zip code.
Right.
Okay, and then it's going to tell you sites that are in the Bridgeville area.
Well, not necessarily sites. When you look at the map, you'll see little icons around you.
Okay.
And those icons are the caches. Those are the ones that you're going to go find. Now, depending on what type of cache it is, there's a different icon for it. So like there's a traditional style cache where you just go there, and when you find it, it'll be maybe like a jar or some kind of container that will just have things in there, and you can take something out and keep it, but if you take something out, you're supposed to put something back inside. Sometimes it's also just a notebook where you just put your name and the time you were there and so on. And then there's another type of cache where it's called a multi-cache, where you actually, when you find the cache, inside the cache will be coordinates to the next cache. So you actually haven't found it yet.
Okay.
You've only found the first step, but you don't know.
So that's a marathon.
But you don't know what the second one is, or even the third one, until you find the other ones.
But these coordinates are going to be what, so many degrees this way?
Correct.
So you have to have some kind of a compass or something.
Well, even to find them, you really need a compass. Even a regular GPS that you use in your car isn't. It's not close enough.
Okay.
Usually
you need one that's going to get you like in a foot.
Well, it might be within like 15 to 20 feet, something like that.
Not within a mile.
Not within a mile, right.
Okay.
So
that's a lot of walking when you're walking in a circle.
Well, when I first started doing it, I was on vacation, and I actually went to the computer, and I saw where it was in the drawing on the map. I was like, okay, well, it looks like it's right off the water there, and so I went, and it doesn't quite work that way. We got lucky, and we found one that way, but it doesn't work. It's not necessarily in the exact spot that it's located on the map. But when you go by the coordinates or by your GPS, that will get you right where it's at.
Is there one of these at Weller's?
There's actually one close by Weller's. There isn't one at Weller's yet.
Could we put one there sometime?
We can.
Okay.
And I think we'll have one there shortly.
Okay. All right. So anyway, now, does it cost anything to do this?
No. Well, I shouldn't say. There's when you go to geocaching, to find the caches, you'll probably have to create like a membership.
Okay.
But they have a free version, and they have one where you can upgrade, and it has more features and benefits to it.
Okay.
But you can do it for free.
Okay.
So, but then there's other.
Is there any age requirements?
Old enough to read a GPS.
Oh, okay. So you have to be old enough to read a GPS.
Or be with somebody who knows how to read one.
Okay. And if you're under 16, you shouldn't take your parents' car without their permission or a driver's license.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. All right.
So. But the other types of caches, there's ones where it's just like a view, where you go to a certain coordinate and you'll look for something, or you take a picture of something, and then you have to go on and log it, and then that's your proof that you were there.
No kidding.
So there's different ones. It's a lot of fun. The kids love it. Me and Brooks actually have a video that he's going to play here, and when we were done, his exact words were, "Wow, that was kind of fun."
Okay. You did this during work?
We did.
Okay.
Yep.
So that particular day you weren't playing video games at work?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
You actually left the building?
Right.
Okay.
And then we were playing video games outside of the building.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yep.
Huh.
So
And
if you want to go ahead and play that.
Is he going to play it now? Should we signal him? Brooks, we're ready. Okay. Are we watching it somewhere? Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was Jason, the famous geocaching
cheeseburger eater
from Bridgeville. I think we're going to take a commercial break here, but wasn't there a question from the lady in the audience?
Yeah, she was actually asking about the GPS. The GPS that you saw there in the video was just the Oregon 300T. It's made just for caching and also hiking. I even use it on my bike. I have a handlebar mount where I have it mounted right to my bike, and I use it as my speedometer, so it can tell me what road I'm on, and I use it just as a standard GPS, but then also for caching, you can punch in coordinates to where you can go directly where you want to go. And the nice thing about it too is, let's just say you parked your car somewhere, you can put a waypoint where you're at, and then no matter where you go, you always know where that waypoint is, and you can actually go right back to it.
So like if you went to church, you went inside, you're going to church.
Right.
It would help you remember where you parked your car.
Right. You said, where did I park my car? You could look at your GPS and say, oh, that waypoint, that's it. And it will draw a line directly to where you're at, to the waypoint, and all you got to do is just follow that line.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, I think we're going to take a commercial break. So we're going to take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. If you would, while we're doing this commercial break, would you go call at least 2 people and ask them to watch us? We are really trying to hit this 1,000 viewer mark. We're really trying to get there. So tonight could be the night. So if you would, call 2 people, ask them to watch the show, or at least log their computer in and leave it on. Then we have to watch the show. But anyway, we're going to be back in just a couple minutes with Jason after a couple commercial breaks. So hold tight. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, we are back. I got to tell you, man, the place is smelling good. We got a lot of good food around here. If you want to come join us for dinner, restaurant's open till 8. We do the show till about 7:30. We got a lot of people here, but Jason has been talking to us about geocaching. I saw a little video. Can people contact you if they have more questions?
They sure can.
Are you looking to start like a geocaching team, like a bowling team?
Not really.
No? Okay.
I mean, that's something you just kind of do on your own.
Is that what it is?
You can start your own team if you want.
Start your own team,
You
okay.
can go Team Jim.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so this is something people can do. Doesn't sound like it costs a lot of money to get involved.
I mean, the GPSs, there's a lot of different ones out there, so that would really be your only cost.
But some phones may have something, right?
And some phones do. Yeah.
There may even be an app or something. Like if you had a smartphone.
If I had a smartphone instead of that dumb phone that I have, it might have an app.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And in fact, the iPhone, I'm pretty sure does.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. Your boss might buy you one.
February 14th, I bet.
For Valentine's Day. Because they tell me Valentine's Day is a big day for cell phone sales.
Really?
It's a big gift that people seem to buy at that time of year.
Okay.
So.
Well, you've already got.
I'm going to buy me a new cell phone so I can give you my old one. Okay?
Okay. Well, that sounds good to me.
Right. So anyway, what else do you want to tell us, just so we know everything?
Another feature that that you can do when you go onto that website. There's things that you can buy. One thing is called a travel bug.
Okay.
And what a travel bug will do is you can give it a project that you want to do, like you just make it up. For instance, one I found in North Carolina was a travel bug that was supposed to go from Florida to California and back.
Okay. And you told it to do that?
No, well, whoever created it.
Okay.
It was just one that I found.
All right.
Anyway, so when they created it, and then you were supposed to take a picture of it and post it on geocaching. And that way
you found this little thing.
Correct.
Okay.
So we found it in North Carolina, and when we opened it up, it was supposed to go to California.
Okay.
And when I went onto the website, I found everywhere it had went. It had gone to Tennessee, and then somebody brought it back to North Carolina. And then they
might have had a bad GPS.
Maybe.
Okay.
So anyway, then I actually brought it to Delaware.
Okay.
And then, of course, people were thinking, why in the world are you taking it to Delaware? It needs to go to California. And I actually I found a cache down on the Mason-Dixon line. So the cache was right on the corner of Delaware.
Really?
So, and we saw the little monument that they had there saying that was the official corner of Delaware. It was the neatest thing. Anyway, so we found the cache.
But you found it because you were caching.
Because we were caching.
Okay.
And so then we put the travel bug in that cache there, and a person from Washington State found it.
Really?
And they picked it up and took it to Washington. So it went from Delaware to Washington.
The state of Washington.
The state of Washington.
Not Washington, D.C.
Yep. And then it slowly made its way south and finally went to California, and now it's on its way back to Florida.
Now, how do you know, mate? I mean, does it send you notices?
What you do is, like with me, since I found it and I was interested in tracking it, I got set up to track that bug. So every time something would happen, geocaching would actually email me to let me know something new has happened with that bug.
Okay.
And then when I logged on, and it would tell me where it's at. So, and it would actually even give you the coordinates to the cache that it was in. So if you wanted to see it on the map, you could pull it right up, and it would take you right where it was. So if you wanted to create one, I was thinking about taking like a timer or something and putting the travel bug with that timer, and then see how long it would take to get there and back. So everybody would see how long it is. And we have a delay. Okay. Right. So.
That was pretty good. Any other good stories?
The other ones were just where you get frustrated. You get there and you can't find it. So, because they usually have a difficulty on there, whether it's what kind of terrain that it's on, so you kind of are dressed properly to do it, and then also how hard it is to find. So that way, if you're not that good at it, you can try to stick to the easy ones.
Okay.
Or if you want more of a challenge, you can find one that's really hard. So.
Sounds like a lot of fun, though.
It is a lot of fun.
Oh. It is. So, all right. So it's GEO.
Yep. Caching, which is CACHING.
Oh, CACHING.
Right.
.com.
.com.
All right. And anything else?
No, that's about it. So I'd say get out there and give her a try, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, all right. Well, it's been Jason Troyer. What do you do for a living?
I sell trailers at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Do you actually sell them?
I do.
Okay.
Brooks gives them away. I sell them.
You sell them.
So if you're looking for something to give away, ask for Brooks.
Okay.
If you want to be sold something, come to Jason.
Okay. All right. And what's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you?
I would say they could call the store because that's where I live practically. Okay. And that's 337-8228.
Okay. What if they want to email you?
Email me. It's jason@wellers.com.
Okay.
See that?
Very good. You got all that stuff memorized.
All memorized. All up in here.
All up in there. All right. Don't tilt your head.
Nope. It'll fall out.
Okay, it'll all fall out. All right, folks, I guess we're going to take another commercial break. We're next going to have a young man named Anthony. I know it. I know who he is. Everybody's telling me his name. Anthony Joseph. I've met him before. He's got the Spinning Wheels Racing Report. Going to talk to us a little bit about sports, a little bit about racing. Anthony's very excited. He's hoping to go to the NASCAR Awards Banquet this year. So if anybody is watching and would like to sponsor him to be able to go, he is open-minded to going to the NASCAR Awards Banquet. So a couple tickets would probably be good. Hotel rooms, travel money, so on, if anybody's watching and would like to send Anthony to such an event. Anyway, he'll be back in just a couple minutes. We're going to take a commercial break. You still got time to get down here to Jimmy's Grill. It's an exciting night. The place is full of people. It's like a big buzz around here. So a lot of good food. So come on down and have dinner with us if you want to watch the show in person. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We are live on Catch It Live from Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville. Come on down. They've got all-you-can-eat spaghetti. Anthony, did you have all-you-can-eat spaghetti tonight?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right.
I saw somebody did, and it looked pretty good.
There's a table over there, about 6 that got all-you-can-eat spaghetti. $5.95. You can't beat the deal.
And it's made fresh.
It is made fresh, yeah. Yep. So it comes with a salad and garlic bread. Let's get to sports.
And we're going to kick it off with NASCAR.
NASCAR. Wow. NASCAR
we have
this
to.
Time
We're having the Spinning Wheels Racing Report. We better.
Okay. All right. So NASCAR. What do you got on NASCAR?
Well, recently Tony Stewart announced that he won't race in the Indy 500.
Okay.
Because it's on the same day on May the 22nd or 26th of 2013 that the Coca-Cola 600 occurs at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So there's just not enough time. He feels he has ran that race 2 times before.
2 times, okay. I didn't know if it was something he did every year.
Right,
or not,
but it's really time consuming, and usually he shows up late for the race.
Now, it's on the same day as what, Charlotte?
The Coca-Cola 600.
So Charlotte is still the 600-mile race.
Correct.
Longest race on the NASCAR circuit.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so to do both races in one day.
Right, because he misses the meeting. So he has to drive in the back. Now he gets to start the race, but with that meeting, it's very, very crucial when he starts. So it's he's decided at this point he's not going to do it, but maybe in the future he'll run both races again.
Yeah, that's a long day.
It certainly is, but if anybody can do it, it's Tony Stewart.
If anybody can do it, it's Tony Stewart, huh? Now, other people have done it before, too.
They have, but they haven't been that
successful. Did Danica Patrick do it?
Not yet, no.
She didn't. I was thinking she might have. Okay.
There was some rumors that she had an offer, but she declined. And then John Andretti.
John Andretti, that's it. He used to
Andretti did it several years ago, yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't finish very good.
No.
He didn't get...
he didn't finish very good even on a regular when he did run two races.
No, he didn't. So he gave that up, and now he's out of NASCAR because he didn't finish well in the standings, as you mentioned.
Yeah. So how long has he been out of NASCAR?
Probably at least 4 years, maybe.
Okay. I thought it had been a while.
Probably.
Okay.
He had the name, but it just a lot of drivers, they move from Indy car to NASCAR, and it's just not successful.
Open wheel racing to the NASCAR just doesn't seem to work.
Juan Pablo Montoya is one that comes to mind. Montoya, very successful in the Indy car, and NASCAR just has not translated.
But they can, a lot of times they can go from NASCAR to open wheel and do good.
Yes, they can.
Now, Jeff Gordon was open wheel racer, wasn't he, before he got into NASCAR?
Right, yes.
But he was a lot younger, so.
A lot younger, yep.
Okay.
That's how a lot of them get their start when they're young.
Yeah.
But when they get to the IndyCar phase, when they're in their early 20s, it just, for some reason, it just doesn't work for them. Not sure why, but...
I think, I always thought it was because the Indy cars are just built for curves and turning, and they just stick. They don't have to do a lot of adjusting on them. They're just built so different. Where a NASCAR car, you've got to just work and work and work to get them to go into.
I say I'm not sure because to me, if you're a really good racer, you should be able to drive anything.
Yeah. True. Depends on what you're good at, though.
That's true.
All right, so what else we got? Is that it for NASCAR?
That's yes, that's it for NASCAR. Not a whole lot going on, but they are having some testing. They had some recently at Charlotte.
I heard Jimmy Johnson failed the test. So he's not. He didn't.
I didn't hear he failed the test.
Advance to the next year, to the 2013 season. No, maybe not.
No,
okay.
He's too good. He's going to be there for the Daytona 500 in mid-February. Believe me, he'll be ready.
Okay. All right, what else we got?
Well, we got to talk basketball.
Basketball. Let's talk some high school basketball.
High school basketball. We had our first regular season game.
Yep. Sussex Central Golden Knights at the Milford Bucks.
At the Milford Bucks.
And it was a good game.
It certainly was.
If you missed it, you missed a really good game.
It was one of the best, I think, high school games I think I've seen.
Yeah, you can go back and listen to it on Catch It Live. Right now, it's on our homepage. You just scroll down past the video player while you're watching right now, down a little further, and there's the audio player, and it's a really good game. Really, really good game.
Milford was winning with 4 seconds left.
They led almost the entire game, anywhere from 2 to, 5 or 6 points maybe at one point. They were that much up. And it was just unbelievable ending. Really good. Yeah.
And if you're a Sussex Central fan, it was 62-61 was the final. They're 4-0, undefeated, as they take on Dover tonight on the road, and it's a big matchup in the Henlopen North.
But it's got to be good for Milford to, a win would be better, but they did show up for that game, and they had they were leading almost the entire game, and, they were keeping up well the entire game, and at the end, it just didn't fall their way.
Sussex Central jumped out early, and then it seemed, especially in that second period, Milford they maintained the control till late in the fourth quarter. Just a lot of really have to credit good coaching from Coach Wes Townsend because we were right near the bench as we were broadcasting the game, and he called many timeouts in those closing minutes, and he was stressing to his players
defense. He called ones he didn't have.
Yes, he did. He did.
But they definitely hurt him.
Yes, they did.
He was loud.
He certainly
He
is.
was loud, so they knew when he was talking to them.
Right. And every time he would bring them over, he was telling them defense, defense, defense.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, one of his players stole the ball. When Milford had a chance with like 2 seconds left
the game.
to win the game, and they won it because of defense.
Yeah, yep. So just what he was talking about. Now, one person I did see that I really like, I mean, Milford's got a good team, I think, even though their record doesn't show it.
Right.
They've got a pretty good team. Their point guard, Manzo.
Shakur Manzo.
Yeah. Now, I liked him. He was pretty tough, and he made some, I think he ended up with 6 points at the end of the game, 6 or 8 maybe. And a couple of those were really kind of clutch shots, that were they needed them.
Right.
And he hung in there good and wasn't scared didn't freeze up or anything.
And he got 2 early fouls against him.
Right,
he
so
had to sit a lot in the first half.
Right, and he had to play cautiously.
He did.
So, yeah, so I thought he did a good job. So that's one player that kind of stood out
the
for
one
me.
bright spot.
Yeah, yep.
But Milford tonight, they are 0-4. They've taken on some tough teams. St. Elizabeth, they open up with them on the road. Woodbridge, which is one of the hottest teams in the conference. And they're sitting undefeated 4-0. They're off tonight. And Coach Marvin Morris, in his first year, since they're off, they're going to the Delmar Polytech game tonight, which it's in progress. It started early at 5:15. And Polytech is undefeated at 4-0. Delmar's 3-0. And Coach Morris said that Polytech's one of the best teams in the Henlopen South.
So Polytech, Woodbridge could possibly be 2 undefeated teams.
Correct.
Play this Thursday.
Yes.
We are going to be there. We're going to broadcast that game on catchitlive.com.
Right.
So that'll be coming to you live Thursday. Game or tip-off or pregame.
Pregame 6 o'clock. Tip-off 6:15.
6:15. Okay. Well, that's good. So that should be a good game with the two. If Polytech's not undefeated, they'll be 4-1.
They would be 4-1 if they're undefeated. Of course, 5-0 against 4-0 Woodbridge, and Woodbridge is a surprise team. But like I said, first-year coach Marvin Morris has really got the team believing in him, and they defeated Milford early on, which Milford dropped their 3rd game on the season. So Milford, as mentioned, a lot of tough teams,
right?
And Woodbridge seems like they're one of the best, and time will tell if they are the best, if they can beat Polytech, which already has taken on some tough teams as they opened up the season against the Dover Senators.
Well, I'm excited about this game. The last game we did was really exciting, so I've got high expectations for this one here.
Well, there's a lot of expectations because you have 2 of the best teams.
Right.
So you're going to expect a good game. I'm not expecting a blowout. You never know in high school basketball.
Oh, right.
The last game we had, it was, I think, one of the best I've ever seen in high school. So can it be that good? It's possible, but you never know.
Well, it ought to be packed there. Hopefully they'll have a good crowd and pack the place. So
they're expecting a good crowd.
We got anything else?
No, as far as the basketball, no. I want to get to NFL football.
All right, let's go to NFL.
Basketball,
so anyway, that's going to be Thursday night. This Thursday night.
Thursday night.
What is the date of that? Do you know the date? I don't know the date either, but it doesn't matter. It's this Thursday.
The 20th.
The 20th. 6 o'clock pregame, 6:15
tip-off.
Anthony Joseph will be your host. He'll be calling the game. Go back and listen to the Milford game. It's really good. Anthony does an excellent job, so very good.
And after the game, you want to make sure you tune in because Coach Marvin Morris, win or lose, he's going to be on the post-game show.
All right.
And he said he's going to bring a player. I asked him to come tonight, but it was very important that he goes scout Polytech tonight. So
yeah, that sounds like it. All right, so what do we got in football?
Well, if you're a New York Jet fan, you're chanting Tim Tebow, and if that's the case, you're not going to be a happy fan.
Oh, no.
Because Greg McElroy is going to be the starting quarterback this Sunday as the Jets take on the San Diego Chargers.
Okay.
As I watched a little bit of the Jets last night take on the Tennessee Titans.
It didn't end well for him, did it?
It was horrible. 4 interceptions by Mark Sanchez and 1 key fumble in the late closing seconds, which a bad punt by the punter for the Tennessee Titans allowed the Jets to have an opportunity, but the first play in those closing seconds, it was a bad snap by Nick Mangold. It was too low. He couldn't recover it. Talking about Mark Sanchez, the quarterback. and Tennessee pounced on it, and that was the game. And Rex Ryan was going off the field. You could tell him he was disgusted. Sanchez went right past him. He didn't even look at him. And Sanchez is going to be on the bench this week. And Tim Tebow, he was the number 2 quarterback.
Why isn't he
And they
playing?
passed him over.
Really?
I watched him before I came to the show. John Clayton from ESPN. He was saying in practice, Tim Tebow can just he cannot throw accurate, and that's the key. He cannot hit his receivers and be on target and make the completion. So if he started a game, he might be, I don't know, 2 for 20 or something, because he's just not that accurate.
He knows how to win games, though.
He knows how to win, but they're not looking at that, and I don't understand it.
I don't
to
either.
me, at this point, why don't you just throw him in,
Yeah.
see what he can do?
He's got experience. Now they are, last night's game knocked them out of the playoffs. There's no way they can make the playoffs.
Yes, they're
now,
6-8. They lost 14-10 against the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
And there's nothing that the Jets can do. But they have big problems. They're going to have to decide, is Mark Sanchez their quarterback? I don't think he is. But that he signed a new contract in the offseason that guarantees his salary, at least for 2013. It's over $8 million.
Wow.
And if they cut him loose, that'll go against the cap.
Now, did you hear Brett Favre was thinking about coming back to the Jets?
Well, I think he couldn't do any worse.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that, but I didn't know if you heard it.
He better, well, I think he could do it, but his body just couldn't hold up. His arm, I mean, he can throw some of the most accurate passes and one of maybe the strongest deep balls. But his body at the end, I think it was like 41, 42 when he retired. It was just breaking down. But it was remarkable that he was so good for so long.
Well, there was the time period that he played. There's been so many good quarterbacks. In that you had Troy Aikman,
Right, true.
You had Brett Favre. I can't think of any of who the other ones are, but I mean there was a lot of
Warren Moon
really
was good. I like Warren Moon.
Warren Moon for the
Yeah.
Oilers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jim
Warren
Kelly was
Moon.
another one.
Yeah. I like Ryan Cunningham, or not Ryan Cunningham. Randall Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
Yes.
He's now a minister in Las Vegas.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's an odd place to be a minister.
Yeah, they need him there.
But they need him there, yes.
Yeah. Go into where the need is.
That's for sure.
All right, we got to wrap this up. We got about 30 seconds left. Anything else?
Well, the Baltimore Ravens, they have a big game on Sunday against the New York Giants. 4:25 start time. And if they want to make the playoffs, they have to win, because Cincinnati defeated the Eagles, and man, that was pitiful on Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network.
Yeah.
So the Ravens, they need a big victory just to try to keep their pace in the division and make the playoffs. So they need to win against the Giants on Sunday, and then they finish out against the Cincinnati Bengals in week number 17.
All right. Well, one more time, I want to remind you, Thursday night,
6 o'clock pregame, 6:15 tip-off.
catchitlive.com. Audio player is right underneath the video player you're watching right now. Watch it, listen to it, don't watch it, listen to it. And also visit our sponsors, too.
And Woodbridge is 4-0. As a matter of fact, another sponsor, we will mention it, is Abbott's Grill.
Abbott's Grill.
They're jumping on board, and really happy to have them.
All right, great. Well, sounds good. We'll see you next week, Anthony, and we'll listen to you tomorrow night. We'll be right back with Catch It Live. We've got Habitat for Humanity coming up. No, we got the Boy Scouts coming up, 6:40. Boy Scouts will be coming up next. Be right back.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller. We're back at catchitlive.com. We're here live at Jimmy's Grill. First of all, I want to remind you about the spaghetti. All you can eat spaghetti tonight, $5.95. You get garlic bread and a salad. It's a great place to have dinner. If you're sitting there saying, I just ate dinner, well then come on down and have a piece of pie or a piece of cake, or buy a bag of cookies or whatever. It's all made fresh here, made from scratch every day. So I have my next guest, who is Micah Melton. You're involved with the Boy Scouts?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Where are you from?
I'm from right here between Bridgeville and Seaford.
Bridgeville and Seaford? Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you do for a living?
And I actually work for the Boy Scouts for a living.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, so you're really into it?
Yeah.
It's not a hobby for you?
No, it's a career.
Okay.
So it's a lifestyle.
Really?
As some say.
Were you a Boy Scout when you were younger?
Yes, I was a Boy Scout.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any sons that are Boy Scouts?
No.
You have a daughter that's a Girl Scout?
No, I don't have a family yet.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. So, are you looking for a spouse?
Should
we put that out there?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, that's good though. Thanks.
All right. Sorry about that. Too much personal information here. All right. Well, anyway, tell us about the Boy Scouts.
Well, yeah. Again, my name is Micah, and basically I'm the district executive for Sussex County, which means I'm in charge of all of Sussex County except for Delmar and Milford.
How many Boy Scout troops are in Sussex County?
Well, there's 24 units, and that
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is, and it's comprised of about 4 different types of units, and there's
age groups.
Mm-hmm. We have Cub Scouts, which are elementary aged boys.
Okay.
From 1st through 5th grade. We have Boy Scouts, which is 11 years old until they're turned 18.
Okay.
And we also have 2 venture crews, which are anybody that's 14 to 21. It's for our older boy program. They get into some more high adventure stuff, rock climbing and stuff like that, a little more than
How about zip
Boy
lining?
Scouts. Yep.
Okay.
They do all that kind of cool stuff. Okay. And then we also have a ship, which is really awesome. They have a lot of boats down in Lewis, and all summer they take them out sailing once a week. And that's for youth 14 to 21. And actually,
is it to teach them to sail or just to enjoy sailing?
Oh, it's to teach them to sail. They teach them how to maintain the boats, work on boaters, anything like that. So anybody that's interested in that type of thing, we do have, not just traditional camping, but something that can actually benefit someone in the future. They can really learn a good hobby.
Okay, you learn a little skill or something like that.
Yep.
Now, how many Boy Scouts, to have a Boy Scout troop, how many people does it take to put one together?
A good number, and what we usually start most of our units with is about 10 youth.
Okay.
So either 10 boys that are in elementary school can form a pack, and 10 boys that are 11 to 18 can form a Boy Scout troop.
Okay.
And that's the good number that we try to keep everyone
Now, is there areas? Have you got all the areas covered, or is there pockets that you're saying, gee, I wish I had one more Boy Scout troop?
Right now, we're working on trying to bring a troop back to Milton.
Okay.
And but we have Milton and the Dagsboro Selbyville area are the 2 areas that are kind of not covered that well.
Okay, so they're your new target areas.
Yep. The rest of the area is Seaford has several Boy Scout troops. Ocean View, Lewis, Georgetown, Laurel.
Well, 24 in Sussex County, I think, is a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, it is. So it's split almost about 11 Boy Scout troops, 11 Cub Scout packs.
Okay,
and
that's a good balance.
And then the other ones are venture crews and a ship.
Okay.
So.
And the ship's all in the Lewis area.
Yes, that is in the Lewis area, but we have actually we have a scout in that area that comes all the way from northeast Maryland to go to that ship because it's the only one that has a ton of boats that they're trying to use, and they actually have more boats than they have kids, so they actually have more equipment.
Or people own these boats?
The ship actually owns it. These are boats mainly that have been donated in the past, and they work on them, they rebuild them, or they work on them. And
whereabouts is this in Lewis?
It's
at top secret.
No, it's not top secret.
Okay.
Actually, at the Lewis, I'm going to say this wrong. There's a public dock area.
Okay, so you don't go over that bridge. You make a left.
Mm-hmm. And they actually have, I guess, 3 slips for the summer or 2 slips that the city, they rent from the city or whatever. But they have a lot more boats than that, and people are always constantly trying to give them boats.
Really?
Yeah. So, but
there's a boat abundance.
Yep. So we need more youth actually for that program, because we only have 9 or 10 youth in that, and we actually have enough boats. Well over that. We can. Sometimes in the summer they have a problem finding enough youth to run the boats they have ready to go. So that's one of our unique programs that a lot of people don't know about.
I thought I met you at Wings and Wheels down in Georgetown.
Yes,
you were working a booth.
I was advertising for Cub Scout aged youth down there.
Did you get any?
We did
out of show for you.
Yeah, it was pretty big, especially for the pack in Georgetown. They sell popcorn at that event, and so I just tagged along with their booth and just answered any questions anybody had about scouting.
Did you bring any of that popcorn with you?
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
We eat samples of things like that.
Oh, okay.
If you come on again, okay?
I will definitely bring back some if I end up coming back again.
Okay. So, well, we may have you back just to bring some popcorn.
Okay.
Okay. About half an hour from now.
All right.
So are you recruiting all the time? Is there always...
Yes. The fall, of course, when school starts, that's the best time when a lot of parents tend to want to join. It's works out for a lot of parents to try to join, and it works
Summer's
out for our
over
leaders.
and their lives are more scheduled.
Because the scouting year almost follows like a school year with how the meetings go, and everything slows down in the summer, just like with school and sports and everything. There's less of it in the summer than there is during the winter.
So what do you do all day for the Boy Scouts?
Well, I do a lot of things.
Okay.
My main goal is just to promote and keep scouting going in Sussex County.
Awareness.
Yep, awareness. And anything,
working shows like the Wings and Wheels and stuff like that.
Anything from recruiting kids to making sure that there's hopefully fundraising for camperships to make sure scouts that can't afford to go to camp are able to go to camp.
To help underwrite the cost for them. How do you raise funds? How do you do that?
Well, a lot of different ways. Okay. One way is we have all of our units. We ask all of our unit leaders and let them consider trying to not only donate their time but their talents.
Okay.
And we also try to reach out to local organizations.
Do you go speak to Rotary clubs?
Yes, things like that.
Okay.
When we try to, camperships are the easiest sale because honestly, you're sponsoring a scout that gets to go for a week and have a lot of fun. And it's it's really hard to kind of sell. Oh, we need printer paper, we need this or that, but that's So
do you need printer paper?
No.
Okay.
But
like these boats, when they work on them, who buys the supplies for that?
That ship actually, they'll fundraise.
Now, when you say ship, we're not talking about the overfalls, are we? Or whatever it's called, that big boat down there.
No. This is actually just the term they use. Just as Boy Scout troop, Cub Scout pack. It's the term used for this type of unit.
The item going in the water, they just call the ship program.
Yes, they call it the ship program.
But it might be
just a small sailboat or a motorboat, or they have 2 or 3 different types of boats that they work with.
So these kids have to take a boater safety course?
Usually, yeah, it's part of.
So this particular program, they're going to leave with something.
Yeah, they a lot of them by the end of it. This year we had our first young man who was both an Eagle Scout, the first one in the council that was an Eagle Scout, and a Quartermaster award, which is the highest award you can earn in the ship program.
Wow. So he was very committed.
Yeah, so out of that you can come out with learning how to maintain boats, navigate waterways, and
so say somebody's watching. Hopefully somebody's watching, okay? And why would a parent want their child to become a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout? What's it do for them?
Well, I know this might sound a little cliche or anything, something like that, but honestly, it's there's a lot of people out there, and you're working with other kids that are the same age as your child, but it's someone different telling them and helping them along the way. So maybe if they won't listen to parents, they'll listen to someone else, telling them the things they're going to need for the rest of their life. And they honestly,
so it teaches some basic life lessons.
Yeah, and what happens is it's all centered around fun and several methods, which are the advancement program through all the handbooks. You hear about the Scout Handbook, you hear about the Scout Oath, the Scout Law, and all those things help in an underlying way. Most of the scouts, the boys and teenagers in the venture and ship programs don't realize it's happening. It just happens, and then when they turn, start to get a little older, start getting to college, they just realize, hey, that's really taught me a lot, and so they don't realize it's happening, but the parents can definitely see a change.
Wow. Do they have to maintain certain good grades in school or anything?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, not to join. There's no initial requirement for any of that.
Does it cost money to join?
It does.
Okay.
It does. The yearly fee for both to register and to get the Scouter magazine for the full year is $27.
Oh, okay.
And that's January to December year.
Really?
For that, yeah. So.
And but then there's a camp they can also go to.
Yep, there's
Where's that at?
3 different camps actually, and one is in Sharptown, about a mile outside Sharptown, and that's called Henson Scout Reservation.
Okay.
We just built we're in the process of building and finishing building our new council service center in Dover.
Okay.
And a new Cub Scout camp in Dover. It's on the same property, and it's called Anchorage Scout Reservation.
Okay.
And that actually was able to put us on the map because it was the first time that all 50 states had a Boy Scout camp. Because before that, Dover or Delaware didn't have a Boy Scout or Cub Scout camp. Yeah. So it's really awesome. And then our third camp is up in Northeast Maryland, and that's called Rodney Scout Reservation.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. And what else you want to tell us? I'm going to take a break in about 30 seconds, but.
Okay. Well, I guess
Is there any contact info?
There is. I was going to give it, yeah.
All right. Well, you go ahead. Make it look like it was your idea.
Well, some quick contact info. If you are interested in joining scouting and you want to search by zip code for the local scouting unit near you, you can go to beascout.org, which is beascout.org. Also, if you want to know anything about scouting here on the Delmarva Peninsula, you can go to delmarvacouncil.org. And if you want to contact me for any questions, anything at all, dealing with scouts in Sussex County, my phone number is 302-622-3300. And I either ask for Micah or type in extension 202.
And then what happens?
You'll get either my voicemail or you'll get my office, and I'll be able to answer the phone and answer any questions or anything anybody has.
All right, can you hang around for just a couple minutes? I'm going to take a commercial break. All right, we're going to be back with Micah Melton from the Boy Scouts of, is it called the Boy Scouts of America?
It is. It is called the, in Delmarva, we have the Delmarva Council of the Boy Scouts of America. Yep.
So you're like the El Presidente of the Delmarva Council?
No, I work with just in Sussex District.
Okay.
We actually have a scout executive that's over all the district executives like me.
Oh, okay.
Throughout
this sounds like a pretty structured organization.
It is. It has to be organized.
Was it structured before you came along, or were you the guy who got it all structured?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
No, it's honestly been around 100 years, and so it's very structured, and it's been organized this way for many, many years.
Obviously been successful.
Yep, it has.
Okay, we're going to be back with some more insight, words of wisdom, and things to think about pertaining to the Boy Scouts. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Micah Melton. Hold on. Okay, I'm live, everybody. We're back. Jimmy's Grill. Got a good crowd here. A non-hostile crowd tonight. It's been very good. Everybody's good. It's late in the day. Everybody's kind of tired. It was a foggy morning. So, anyway, you got any good stories for us?
I actually have one or two. The big thing I want to talk about.
Give us number one first. Okay.
Well, this is actually they're kind of tied because they're both really important. Both these stories, but the big thing is truly the magic of our organization is all under volunteers, and I don't know if any of our volunteers are out there listening tonight, but are watching. But everything runs from them. Every week they dedicate their time, and so really Boy Scouts wouldn't exist without them, without parents taking the time to let their kids be in the program. And,
what's a reasonable amount of time? Somebody watching saying, I'd like to get involved. Now, to be involved, do they have to have children in the Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. If they want to be involved, we are going to ask them to register, and part of that registration process is a background check, and they go through a training, which is youth protection training.
Now, let's say I wanted to register and I'm wanted, and it comes up in the background check. What happens then?
Probably my superior or the person right above me will probably be giving you a call and talking to you about it, and it just depends on
declining my offer.
It all depends on the situation, but most likely yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, would tax evasion be a problem? I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
Wow, put me on the spot. I really can't answer that now.
That's okay. Don't worry. I'm
above.
Good. All right, so say somebody wants to volunteer. They do not have to have a child in the Boy Scouts or the Cub Scouts.
No, we have tons of parents who either had a child on the program years ago and is still involved. We have kind of like almost a district board, which is our committee, who meets and supports every aspect from Eagle Border reviews to advancing the Scouts to fundraising. Volunteers do everything.
Now, reasonable amount of time. Like, about how much time would a person devote to this?
I guess it all depends on the volunteer. I mean,
so it could be a couple hours a week.
It could be, or if more than likely, a lot of volunteers are recruited their parents, and they end up getting involved somehow, and then the previous leader kind of asks them to take over. And those jobs, honestly, are take up a lot of time, but they're well worth it because in the end, those leaders get to see those Scouts grow over 3 or 4 years and mature, just like teachers do and coaches and teams do.
So really they're investing their time in the lives of these young men.
They are. It's investing in character of these young men and in some cases young women in some of our older teenage programs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you have another story, or did I interrupt
you? Oh, I did have another story. It actually is a local story from, we have a PAC here in Bridgeville, Greenwood, and it's called PAC 166.
Okay.
And we have a local young man, and he actually was able to, he earned a Heroism Award this year, a national award, which is really hard to get from the whole, from our national office down in Texas. They give out these awards.
What did he do?
I'm going to tell you,
Okay.
He actually he found two young children. One was a toddler, and one was, I guess, a very young baby. Just wandering around, didn't have clothes on or anything, and so he got him back into his yard, and he made sure they were safe, and then he got his parents involved to get help for him.
Really?
So he actually helped them. Looked like they had been wandering around for a while. They were all dirty and stuff like that. So
my goodness.
Yeah, that's here local. That a scout, something a young boy has done. He was, I want to say, he's in elementary school, so he's in one of our Cub Scout
So
packs.
he saw a situation and had enough umption to say, I'm going to get involved here.
Yeah, so that's a little local story.
And he won a national award. Good job.
Yeah, he did. He won a Heroism Award for it. So
that had to be a big moment for the local pack, huh?
They were very proud, I can tell you that. And
now, do you know, what were these kids doing out?
Oh, I don't know anything more about the story other than that. I really wish I
gotta wait for the book to come out. Okay. All right.
Yep.
You want to give out some contact info again?
Yep. Contact info again. If you are interested at all, if you know anybody.
Volunteering. I got one more question. Mm-hmm. Can people donate?
They can.
I mean, do you accept donations all the time?
We do.
Okay.
And we are the Delmarva Council. Of course, is a nonprofit, so it can give you
like here
a
at
letter
the end of
for
the
your
year,
taxes if you really want to.
Somebody wanting to write off.
Yep.
10, 20 grand, 100, 200 bucks?
No, but any amount. I know some. If you really want to donate, we do have camperships and things like that as well.
Where you would be sponsoring a child to go camping.
You could.
Wow.
Yeah. And right on our website, which is delmarvacouncil.org, on there is a link, several links on how to donate right on there, and that's probably the easiest way. If you have any questions about that, volunteering, getting anybody that's scout aged, which is anybody basically first grade through 21 years old, involved in our programs, you can contact me. And again, that number is 302-622-3300, extension 202. And or you can ask for Micah when you call that name. During business hours, someone will answer the phone, and you can just ask for me, and they'll link you up to my extension. So, yeah.
In closing, is there any other points you want to make?
No, just thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. I'm much more informed about the Boy Scouts than I've ever been. Thank you for your service and your time and your energy wanting to make a difference. In other words, there's nothing, I don't think there's much better investment than investing your time and your gifts and your talents into the lives of a young person.
Yeah.
That's going to go out and do something with it.
Well, there's this or something else. Definitely get out there, and I know Habitat for Humanity is coming up.
Yep.
And I know anywhere you can donate your time, it's going to be well worth it in the end.
Get a good return on your investment. Basically.
You are. You may not see it right away, but you'll get it in return.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. I want you all to stay tuned. We're going to take a commercial break. I got Kevin Gilmore coming up from Habitat for Humanity. I believe it's the Sussex County group. And he's going to tell us all kinds of things that are going on there. I'm kind of excited to hear all that. So we'll be back in just a minute or two. You're watching Catch It Live. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Micah, for coming.
Thank you.
And I'll be right back. So hold tight. Hey everybody, Jim Weller. I am back with you, catchitlive.com. We've had a great night so far. We still have some more guests. Now, this is Kevin Gilmore. I have to ask you this question. Can you guess what it is? Do you have a brother, and is his name Happy?
Happy. I have a brother. His name's not Happy.
Okay. All right.
But I spent a good couple years of my life right on here. Happy Gilmore.
This is who he's with. I'm going to put it right. All right. I should have put it on Collins. There we go.
All right.
All right.
That's great. Thanks.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Okay. It's going to be a great next 10 or 15 minutes.
All right.
Okay. You won't forget it. All right. You're with Habitat for Humanity.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. And how long have you been with them?
Here in Sussex, about 9 years.
Oh, really?
Habitat's really all I've ever done in my career. So what started?
Really? Is it a job?
It is a job.
No kidding. Like a paying job?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay. Now, Habitat, I think of them, I think of building houses.
Right.
Is that what you do?
That's the main thing we do. In fact, for years, that's what we did. But now we've expanded into other things. We also repair, minor repairs on homes. But
really?
The thing that people don't think about is that we also have the Habitat Restore.
I want to stay on the repairs on the homes first.
Yep.
Okay, so what are you saying there? Like if I have something I need repaired, I give you a call? Or are you saying if somebody's in need, you gather a bunch of people and help fix their home up?
The second.
Okay.
So our focus is on trying to help people who are lower income,
okay,
who don't have another solution to their housing issue.
And they might have a roof leak or a porch railing that's bad or a window busted or something like that. Our
program that does small home repairs is called A Brush with Kindness.
Really?
A lot of it's painting, so we thought it was appropriate to call it A Brush with Kindness. They tend to be small exterior home repairs.
Okay.
The folks who qualify tend to be folks who are on a limited income. They physically are not able to maintain the property, and we can come in with a group of volunteers in one day and
knock a lot of stuff out.
Knock a lot of things out and really help out.
Now, do they have to? Is the labor free and they pay for the supplies, or you're saying it might all be at no charge, or?
We believe in a hand up, not a handout model.
Okay.
So that goes along with our philosophy, whether it's building a new house, whether it's renovating a house, or the repair. So what we do is we charge for the materials.
Okay.
We do a no-interest loan on it, though. So there might be $500 of materials that we can spread out over 2 years and have those folks pay it back in very small increments.
Okay.
So it helps make it affordable, but it's not a giveaway.
Okay. So you're wanting people, if you go out to help build a house for somebody or fix their house, you want them to sew a little bit into it.
Absolutely.
Themselves.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We believe it's an empowerment model, Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So it's not giving things away. So that comes with the financial side, whether it's a repair or a new house, that people actually pay for that product.
Okay. So how does the new house work?
Yeah.
Like say I want a new house.
Right.
Do I tell you what size I want?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
You can tell us.
Okay, and then you're going to tell me. Okay, so you have a young couple or a person that wants a new house. Okay, so there's an application process.
That's where it starts.
Okay.
So folks apply, and they're selected based on three main criteria.
Okay.
The first is their ability to pay, because
they're going to have a 30-year mortgage.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. The difference is our mortgage is a no-interest mortgage.
For the whole 30 years?
For the whole 30 years.
Okay.
So we take a mortgage that on the regular market might have a mortgage payment of $1,000 a month.
Right.
And our families can pay about $450 a month.
Okay. And that's the price all the way through?
That's right. Yeah, it's fixed for 30 years, 0% interest.
Wow, that's a mighty kind gesture.
Well, that's a big part of the program, why it works, that people don't always think about. They think about the volunteer nature. What volunteerism does is helps us keep the costs down to begin with.
Because a lot of the labor is being donated.
Exactly.
Now, the person receiving the house also has to physically do some things.
Exactly. So they have to contribute, we call it sweat equity.
Okay.
So each adult in the family has to contribute 250 hours of time in building their house and other people's houses.
Not just their house.
Not just their house.
Okay.
Because we believe in community as well. If you're helping your brothers and sisters in need, then you're helping build community too.
Wow.
The principles we operate by are all biblical principles. Habitat is a nonprofit Christian organization.
Okay.
In fact, our mission statement is seeking to put God's love into action through building, renovating, and repairing homes.
Wow.
We bring people together to do that. So the no-interest mortgage, if you're going to help your brother and sister in need, then you don't profit from that process. And Micah talks about that.
Wow.
So there's all these different aspects of who we are that come from biblical principles. It doesn't restrict
That
who gets
probably has
involved.
something to do with why it's successful.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, and you
In other words,
probably
you may
probably
be
do as
sowing
well.
what you, reaping what you've sown.
Right, right.
Huh. How long has Habitat been around?
Here in Sussex County, 21 years.
And
worldwide, about 37 years.
Did Jimmy Carter have something to do with this?
He's what we call the most famous volunteer.
Oh, really?
In fact, he and his wife Rosalind were just building houses in Haiti about 2 weeks ago with a big group.
This is a worldwide thing.
This is worldwide. We operate in 78 countries around the world.
Did it start in the United States and then go worldwide?
It did. It actually started, the concept was tested by Millard and Linda Fuller when they were Baptist missionaries in Zaire, Africa.
Hold on. Do these people, I've heard about these people.
Yeah. But they've spoken around the world for years. Millard has since passed away, but he and his wife started this organization in 1976 in South Georgia. And then it has since expanded into 78 countries. We've served over 500,000 families in these in the history of Habitat. That's the global picture. In fact, I'm taking a group down to Guatemala in February. If anybody out there wants to go for a week and build houses, we're going to go to Guatemala and help the people of Guatemala have better houses.
What would it cost a person to go?
This trip's about $800 plus airfare, and that's 8 days, room, board, transportation, and a donation to Habitat.
Hold on, let me
That's
get
all
this straight.
included in the
So I could take a vacation, and I could work.
Yeah. And have one of the best times of your life.
Really? And I would pay $800 plus my airfare.
Right.
Who buys the food?
It's all covered once we get there.
Really?
So they'll have folks cook for us. We'll be in small restaurants, that kind of thing.
Do you have a lot of administrative positions available?
No, not very many.
Like I could talk a lot if you want.
We have volunteers that can do that, so you fit right in, Jim. Spreading the word is part of what makes Habitat possible. Because you can imagine, with a no-interest mortgage, it's not the best business model in the world. But what it is...
How do you get your money?
We get our money through donations.
And people, when they donate, it's tax deductible.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do people keep their houses, or like...
They do.
Like, do you have a good group of people that pay their mortgage payments, or...
Here in Sussex County, we have 77 people in Habitat houses. 77 families in Habitat houses. We've had one foreclosure in 21 years. God. Which, in this day and age...
So they recognize this is a very good opportunity. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It really is when you stop and think about it. And if someone is on hard times, we'll work with them.
Okay.
I mean, we're a caring, nurturing organization.
Right. You got them into this.
Right. And we want them to succeed.
You want them to succeed. Okay.
At the same time, we're not going to be taken advantage of either, because we have a responsibility to our donors who put the money up to make this possible. So we have an agreement, and we'll work with people who are on hard times, but we won't let people just...
Because this is a brand new house.
Almost always it is. We do renovate houses sometimes.
Okay.
This past 2 years, actually, because of the economy, we were able to buy some houses, fix them up, and then sell them as affordable homes.
Okay. So when a person buys a house, they put in 250 hours, each person?
Each adult in the family.
Each adult, okay. All right.
So it takes them about 12 months. Between the sweat equity, we also have an education curriculum during that time period. So they're taking classes about financial management, about home ownership, home maintenance, home repair, community relations, all these courses that we provide throughout the year to help them prepare to be successful.
Now, what if a person's already got a home, got screwed up, lost their home? Right. Are they eligible?
It's really
or are you just looking for first-time people?
It's not limited to first time. The fact is, most qualifying families are first time.
Okay.
Because of credit issues.
Okay.
So we are qualifying somebody for a mortgage.
Okay.
But we're qualifying people who couldn't get financing in a regular market because of their income level.
Okay.
So a typical family is earning under $34,000 for a family of four. Family income, not one person's income.
Okay. And that's a lot of Sussex County.
It really is. It's actually 60% of area median income and below is who we're targeting. And when you think about it, it is a lot of the county. So that's the group that we're trying to work with.
That's a combined annual income.
Yeah. And a lot of the folks we're serving are really closer in the $25,000 range supporting a family. Imagine that, trying to put food on the table, etc. So there's the ability to pay is the first requirement. The second is we're trying to get them out of bad housing, so substandard conditions, overcrowding, backed up septics, poor insulation, broken windows, leaky roofs, all that stuff. And that's, well, you see it, it's out there.
How many houses a year?
We're only doing 12 houses a year.
Only doing, that's one a month. 12 houses a year.
It's
you mean
incredible.
in Sussex County?
Right here in Sussex County.
Who's in charge of this?
There's a lot of good people. I get the privilege of being the executive director. But, but it really, we have a small staff that's extremely dedicated. We've got about 70 volunteers a week who are doing something to make this happen. Whether it's a board meeting, whether they're on the job site swinging hammers or raising trusses, or they're in the restore selling something. And then we've got a group of really dedicated young folks called AmeriCorps. And so here in Sussex County, there's 13 AmeriCorps who are dedicating a year of their life to serve Habitat full time. We give them a small living stipend. They come from all over the country, and they're here dedicated to helping us run our operation.
Wow.
Sort of like the Peace Corps, but it's in the United States.
Right here. Yeah. Now, you have a store?
We do. It's called the Habitat Restore, which is a play on the word recycling and store.
Okay. Where's it at?
This is located right in the heart of Georgetown. So
Tell me about where.
107 Depot Street, across the street from the historic train station.
No?
Chamber or the train station nowadays.
Okay.
Yep. So it's right by the railroad tracks.
Okay.
It's an old cold storage building, a giant 4-story brick
so
building.
It's got stuff in it for sale?
We've got 13,000 square feet of floor space in there, stuff for sale. I call it a thrift store for big stuff. So we don't have much in the way of little dishes and clothing, etc. It's really doors, windows, appliances, furniture.
Hot water heaters.
Hot water heaters.
Are they new or used?
It's everything. So everything from one of the big stores in town who calls and says, we're discontinuing this product, come pick up a truckload of this, and it's brand new. A lot of builders, they misorder a window or they have an extra toilet, and we say, we'll come and clean out the extras in your warehouse. You get a tax deduction as a donor. We'll use it in a new house if we can, and if we can't, we'll sell it to the public.
Is it like a bargain?
We price everything. We base our rule of thumb on 50% of retail, and then the price goes down based on the condition after that.
But it's at least 50% of retail.
That's our goal. I mean, we're not experts in pricing as many things as you are.
Okay.
But that's our goal. The reason we can do that is we run the store primarily with volunteers. Got a cadre of volunteers there. They're out on the truck 4 days a week. We have a box truck.
What do you mean out on the truck?
We have a box truck. If you have a donation, we can come
get it.
Yep. So we'll
You're not looking for junk, though.
Not looking for junk. We're really serious about screening. We've got appliances have to be relatively new, say within the past 10 years and working.
Okay.
It's not a destination to just drop things off and run.
You're not looking for a bunch of used clothing.
No.
Okay.
But
like if I find a car alongside the road or something, I call you up and say, "Listen, I found this car. You can have it."
If it was yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have right now we've got a lot of cabinets in there, a lot of doors and windows. This time of year,
do you advertise this store?
We do like this. We do word of mouth. We don't have a big advertising.
So you're hoping
budget.
I'll tell somebody?
I'm hoping, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping you'll come in or call us and we'll come get some stuff out of a building or something.
Gosh.
This time of year, a lot of people.
I was thinking just the opposite. I was thinking I might come buy stuff off of you and resell it.
Even better. Go ahead. I don't care if you resell it. That's fine. There's so much stuff. Right now, a lot of people come in, people like me who are do-it-yourselfers. I'll come in before I buy something for my house. I'll go to the restore first. We say shop there first and come back often because the inventory changes constantly.
Okay.
So if I want to put some cabinets in my workshop, right now there's probably 7 sets of kitchen cabinets in the restore that are used. This is the time of year a lot of folks are renovating their house and getting ready for next spring. So they'll call us. Or if a guy's
got a garage and he wants to put some cabinets in it or something.
Well,
or if he buys an enclosed trailer and he needs some cabinets for it.
It's perfect. So we say donate, shop, and volunteer because those are the 3 things that make the restore run. The donors, it's win-win. They get a tax deduction. They don't have to feel bad about sending something good to the landfill. and we'll come and pick it up. And then the people who are buying get a good deal, and the volunteers are what make it happen.
He's tired of me coughing.
So the Restore is at 107 Depot Street, right in downtown Georgetown.
Wow.
We focus on all of Sussex County, but to our friends in the other counties nearby, there's one there too. Dover has a Restore, Salisbury has a Restore, Newcastle County has a Restore. So it's something that has helped Habitat recycle building materials.
I would believe this has been a big shot in the arm.
Well, we're building a house a year just with the proceeds from the Restore. So
wow.
The net profits that we make from running the Restore is actually going into building a Habitat house for somebody in need.
And it's 13,000 square feet.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to come check this place out.
Please do, please do. It's fascinating. Like I said, the inventory changes all the time. We've got certain areas that it's not all sales floor. Some of the areas are designated for the volunteers to kind of fix things up if something comes in with a broken leg.
Right.
Staging for materials that come in. Occasionally we'll get a call and we'll have to go pick up 13 pallets of Quickcrete or something like that.
And you got to do it quick.
We got to do it quick, and then we get on the phone with everybody we know who uses that product, and we say, hey, we just got a big shipment of this stuff.
Really?
It's something you can use.
So if a person wants to donate money, they can donate money.
This time of year, a lot of people want to donate money. A lot of people want to make that gift right before the tax season ends, the end of the year for the next year's taxes. I just sent out a letter to a lot of good friends of Habitat saying, hey, don't forget us. This is the time of year that people are in a giving spirit. So we depend on gifts not just of individuals, but of churches and businesses, and whether it's cash or in-kind, building materials, services.
Okay.
A lot of the professional tradespeople donate their time. So for
us,
can you
get a receipt for donating time?
You can. In that case, it's a volunteer. It
okay. Time's volunteer. Anything you can touch.
But the materials.
Money or material.
Yep. And you can get a tax receipt for that.
Wow. I've learned a lot here tonight.
Well, I appreciate you letting me talk about this. This is, like I said,
we ought to have you back again.
I'd be glad to. This is something I can always talk about. And I'm from Milford. I grew up in Milford, and to be able to do this in my home area.
You know what we would like to do? I'd like to come to a house. And do this Catch It Live there.
That would be great.
In other words, to see the volunteers come together, see them work on it, something like that. Or even come to your store.
That would be great.
Do something like that.
I
had no idea all this was going on.
This is fantastic. Well, I'm glad it's a chance for me. And this is what I hear a lot. It's people recognize the name. But it's the details that take a personal conversation like this to bring it up. So we'd love to have you on one of the job sites. We're actually building every Wednesday through Saturday, so we can schedule a time to go out there and do that
every Wednesday through Saturday?
Yep. Volunteers can sign up online at sussexcountyhabitat.org.
Okay.
You can sign up online there to volunteer on the job sites. We have groups. Right now we're promoting a build coming up. We're going to build a house, a veteran build we're calling it.
Really?
So we're actually looking for applicants who are veterans, because we'd love to build a house for a veteran by veterans.
That would be good.
And we've got some volunteer groups that are out there that are in the veteran community and say, we want to do this, and we want to help one of our own with the house. So we're taking applications right now for veterans.
Wow. Anything else you want to say in closing?
I could keep talking, but I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, I'm really impressed.
Check us out online.
I appreciate your 9 years of service.
Well, thank you.
And I'm going to get up with you and get to know you all a little better.
Great. Thank you,
Okay? That's not a threat. That's a promise.
Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Kevin.
Look forward to it.
All right, I'm going to take a commercial break, and I'll be right back. And we have got Brian. Brian is here, okay, from Milford Live. You're going to learn all about Milford in just a minute, but I have a big surprise right after this commercial. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. This is my big surprise. These are my neighbors. This is Sue, Staymat, Spiro, right? Spiro, Katina, Alex, and your little boy, Joseph. That's right? Mm-hmm. Now, I knew these people when they was little kids. And I just want to say I think Spiro and Sue have done a great job of raising a great family. They got a son, Michael. He's not here right now. But I miss them being around the neighborhood and so on. And now you have children and you have grandchildren and lives are changing. So I just wanted to say hi. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to here tonight on Catch It Live?
Hi, Here's Lance.
Okay, and I'm going to presume Lance is your husband. Yes. That's right. Mm-hmm. Now, where is Lance?
Overseas.
Overseas, okay. Well, hi, Lance. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville, Delaware. And how was the food tonight? It was good?
We ate 2 plates. It was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, here, do you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Alex's husband, Lance, is deployed in Afghanistan. He's been there since September.
Oh, wow.
And Alex is scheduled to deploy herself in May. But we're hoping that doesn't come to pass.
Okay.
Yeah, things could change.
Okay.
Lance is due home in May.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for your service. And you're going to be a nurse next, right? Okay. And what branch are you in?
Military police.
Military police. So you probably could whip my butt.
Probably not. No.
Oh, okay. Anything else anybody else wants to say? This was kind of spontaneous here.
Yeah. Our son's coming home tomorrow.
Michael?
From San Antonio. He's in the Air Force.
Wow.
So we'll be spending time together for Christmas. So that's
very good. Neat. Okay, so the neighborhood. You going to be around for Christmas?
I am.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like everybody will be home for Christmas.
We'll put him to work. Yes.
Maybe we'll get a big snowstorm.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
All right, anything else, anybody?
No, just wish everybody Merry Christmas.
All right.
Yes.
This is a picture of good neighbors in a good neighborhood, so I appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We appreciate you and Denise.
All right, we're going to be back in a minute. Stay tuned.
That was good.
Aww, thank you. That was a surprise.
Oh, all right. Hey everybody, Jim Weller back with Catch It Live. Whew, I thought the table's falling. The table is falling over. And you're catching it live. I thought I was seeing things there for a minute. Anyway, we've had a really good show, and we have our final guest, Brian from Milford Live. My mind goes to the business you have, but we'll stay on Milford Live.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You're going to be on every week, is what I understand. You're going to be giving little tidbits about Milford and what's going on, stuff like that. Tell us about, you know what I want to know first? Where's the Chick-fil-A and when's opening day?
We've got a lot of people asking that question right
now.
I
bet that's going to be nice for Milford.
It really has. It's gone through the preliminary site plan and the Planning and Zoning Commission for the city of Milford. They have. I just talked with them yesterday. They haven't submitted that final plan yet, but they're expecting that to be early in 2013.
Okay.
All signs point to that it will be there. And it will be there in 2013.
I mean, do you think so? It could open in the same year.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they've got the pad site in.
Your mic is muted.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. His mic is muted. He'll be talking in a minute. Okay, here we go. That's okay.
Can you hear me?
You can hear him now?
Okay, good. Good. You want
Call
me to say that
if you
again?
can hear him. Okay. Well, we were talking about
the Chick-fil-A in Milford.
Chick-fil-A.
Right
it's almost done?
It's still going through the Planning and Zoning Commission. They have had the preliminary site plan approved, and now they need to go back for the final. It hasn't been submitted by Chick-fil-A yet, but they're looking for that to be done in early 2013.
Very good.
And it could be constructed in the same year. So there's a lot of people excited about it.
Do you like Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Do you like milkshakes?
I think it's great food.
Okay. Yeah. Now, another question.
Sure.
Do you want to comment on the 16-year-old being arrested for having a shotgun at high school?
Sure.
What's your thoughts on that?
We can start with that. From a business standpoint and from MilfordLive.com, we've been trying to take a view of just presenting the information.
Okay.
But personally, regardless of
it was innocent, from what I understand.
Well, I think the bigger picture I think that people should look at is that regardless of what the situation was, the kid should have been a little bit more sensitive, I think, of the recent events of what happened and having a gun in the back of his vehicle. Now I've heard rumors that it was someone who was hunting, maybe after school, but I think with especially national events that happen like did in Connecticut, there has to be a sensitivity the families and kids have surrounding that. The reason that they found the shotgun was that the school resource officer, Joey Melvin, heard rumors about a kid had a shotgun on school grounds, and he followed those rumors. And he told me it led him to a vehicle. They searched it. They found the shotgun. He said to me that there were no threats to the school.
Right.
And that was very, we put that information out there after we heard back from him and after we heard back from the superintendent, because as you could imagine, there were a lot of rumors in Milford going around. What happens? We even had a rumor that there was ammunition in the school. We talked with Officer Melvin this morning. There was no there was no ammunition in the school. So
everything's fine at the school.
That's something very sensitive. We talked with Superintendent Phyllis Cole that morning before the incident, and we've got this on MilfordLive.com. They actually had a meeting, Joey Melvin, the superintendent, and all the principals of all the schools were going over their crisis plan. So that's something that they have actively been looking at. That is something that obviously they will continue to look at. I talked with Phyllis Cole this morning, and they're going to go and make sure that the schools are as safe as they can be, regardless if it was a mistake or whatever it was. They want to take on the cautious path from here.
And I appreciate their commitment to do that. In other words,
exactly.
In other words, a lot of people are like, oh well, no big deal, and then some people are like, well, a big deal starts out being no big deal.
You're correct, and
in other words,
I can kind of see both sides, but I would just as a personal personally feeling that, there's got to be a certain sensitivity taken,
yes,
especially in the light of the events in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. So other than that, what would you like to talk about?
Well, the school has been very, very busy the past couple of weeks, not only with the incident yesterday, but there's going to be a proposal to the school board in January to actually close Milford Middle School. The school board.
Hold on now. Yeah. We're going to close the middle school?
That's what the proposal is going to be.
How long do people stay in middle school?
Right now it's through 5th, 6th, and 7th grade.
So are they saying that for those 3 years they don't have to go to school?
Well, the proposal is also obviously going to have a contingent that those students will actually be put into the other schools in Milford. What the proposal is saying is that grades 1 through 5 will be divided up in the elementary school.
Okay.
Grades 6, 7, and 8 will be in Central Academy, and then 9 through 12 will go to the high school. So a lot of shifts for the parents and children, and a lot of shifts from a community that has seen a lot of changes in the school district with the dress code, the attendance policy, the new start time. So there's been a lot of changes recently.
What would be the motive behind this? Just to put more stress on the people at the other schools?
Well, the reason that they started to look into this a few years ago, and they actually had, I've got the name right here, they created a committee to look at this because they knew that the infrastructure of the middle school was aging.
Okay.
So they had a, let me see if I can find it right here. They actually had Carolyn Cohey, who was a volunteer construction consultant from Milford School District, and the firm French and Ryan come into the school. What those two reports, those active reports say, is that the school is fine for students to be in right now, but there is extensive damage to the interior and exterior of the school.
The building is outdated.
Yes, and also the any renovations that will be done, the state of Delaware has actually remarked that the school has outlived its purpose, and they will not give any funding to refurbish that school. So
well, I'm going to tell you a rumor I heard.
Sure, go ahead.
I heard that it's going to be the new facility for Catch It Live and Milford Live. That's what I heard.
That could be a possibility.
With a small Chick-fil-A inside there.
That could be a possibility, definitely.
And we're okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. But there, other than the school district, there's so much going on in Milford. The city council just reviewed their economic development plan. There's big plans to build outside the city for economic development. Have
you heard a rumor of an Olive Garden?
I've heard that, but I think it was from you.
Oh, okay.
I checked into it, and I haven't got any concrete facts on that yet, but I think it would be something that people would enjoy. I really do. But there's a lot of, businesses.
Milford's growing.
Milford's definitely growing. And there's a lot of businesses that have been there for a while, and a lot of new businesses. I believe last week I came on, I gave the statistics since July of 2011. Just the downtown Milford area alone has seen 11 new businesses, and it also has seen 2 businesses expand. So there's a lot of growth. There's also, this week alone, we had Growmark celebrate its 10-year anniversary.
Okay.
Warren Furniture downtown had an open house, and they've been there. They're actually the oldest business on Walnut Street, and they've been there since the early 1900s.
Right there on the corner.
Yeah. So there has been a lot of Dr. Bunning just had a groundbreaking of her new dentistry over by Airport Road. Okay. So there's a lot of business news going on in Milford.
I want to start a business in Milford, so I'm going to task you with the job of figuring out which would be a good business for me to open.
Okay.
I went to lunch with you that day, and after that, I'm like, I think I want to open a business in Milford.
It's a great town. It's growing. As you mentioned earlier, I own another business with my significant other. It's Fur Baby Boutique. It's a dog daycare and boutique in Milford, and we've been there for 2 years, and we have had a great following. The people in Milford, really, if you go in there and you have the mindset that you're going to follow, their needs and help them, they will really support you, and they really have.
And it's got a good police department. It's got a municipality department. There's a hospital there.
It's a great town. It really is.
Well, there's a chicken plant if you need one.
Yeah.
So like everything is there. In other words, so anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's about it this week. We're looking forward to going on vacation and having a week off.
You and us and Colin and Brooks, we're all going.
Well, we've got our year in review coming up, and that will be delivered January 1st. So that gives us a week not to have to put out a review since we kind of have that information. But it's a great document. Last year it was 50 pages long with slideshows and everything.
What do you mean your year in review? You're talking about the Milford
Live? The Milford
year in review?
Yes, correct. We will have a document like the Milford Review, the weekly review, except for it will be the year in review, and it will reflect on
like worth printing out and keeping.
Well, the plans are for next year that we're actually going to start printing it and selling it as Christmas presents for people to keep on their coffee table or, put in their, your memoirs for later.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or mail it to a family member that doesn't live in Milford any longer or something like that.
That's right. That's right. So that's what I would urge people is look forward. I look forward, and I know a lot of people in Milford look forward to that year in review, and that'll come out actually January 1st.
Wow. Now, how do people get your publication?
The easiest way is to go on to milfordlive.com. Once you get on there, there's a little tab that says Milford Review. Okay. And what you do is you just put your email address in that little box and press send, and you'll receive it every Tuesday morning. The review is delivered Tuesday morning via email, obviously. And then we also carry news on milfordlive.com. We archive that news throughout the week. And then we use social media to connect people with Facebook and Twitter as well.
So probably the most instant way to learn about what's going on or happening in Milford is Milford Live.
Yes, that's correct.
There's nothing any faster than that.
Not that I know of.
Okay. No. And what's that cost?
It's absolutely free for readers.
Really?
In a digital age, we feel that if we're going to charge you for the information, you're going to go somewhere else and find it. So I
thought there was another publication after you look at it a couple times, you have to buy a subscription.
There's quite a few.
That's not you guys, though.
No, it's not. No, completely free to sign up for the Milford Review, the weekly publication. Completely free for milfordlive.com, and completely free for our social media on Facebook and Twitter.
Are you still allowing people to buy ads?
Of course, we're always allowing people to buy ads.
So they can buy one tomorrow if they want.
They can call me right now and I'll.
Right now. What's your phone number?
Yeah, it's 302-542-9231.
Okay.
And we really work hard to create a personalized package for that business. It's not just let's throw up a business size business card size ad. We really work with them to develop a whole marketing plan.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell us?
I think that's it, and we'll have a lot to talk about because we won't be back for another 2 weeks.
You're going on vacation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, who's going to take care of the animals in your business that you're taking care of while people are on vacation?
We're actually going to close that for a week as well. We haven't gone on vacation for 3 years, and we just need a little bit of time to relax.
Okay.
But I'm sure we'll still be working during it. Yeah, especially
if you have internet and a laptop.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, so Catch It Live won't be here for a couple weeks. You going to be back with us on the 8th?
Yes, I will be.
Okay, so that's going to be our next show. Okay, going to take a quick commercial break. I think my good buddy Colin is going to have something to say, and then we are going to end this show. We're only about 30 minutes over. So anyway, thank you, everybody. It's almost 8 o'clock. Oh, she's upset. She's missed the rocket launch. Okay, well, anyway, if anybody videoed the rocket launch from Wallops Island, please email it to me. So, all right, Brian, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoy your vacation.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, Jim Weller here. We have really run late tonight, and I apologize for taking up so much time, but we've had a great show. Want to remind you, we are not going to be here for 2 Tuesdays. So in other words, we're not going to be back till January 8th. All right? Colin and I are going to be doing Catch It Live Friday morning here at Jimmy's Grill when Dan Gaffney does his show. I do want to mention Brooks Ritter. He's over here. You never get to see him, but he really does a great job at turning all the knobs and making everything work and so on and so forth. Anthony, you got something you want to tell us about? Something going on?
Yes, there was a big matchup tonight in Milford as the Cape Vikings were taking on the Milford Bucks and B.J. Joseph.
Okay.
And Milford, they were leading at halftime, 25-21.
Tight game.
A very tight game, but the final 63-60 as the Cape Vikings win again.
Tight game, though. I mean, everybody played a good game, it sounds like.
It seems like that. Milford now 0-4, but they're playing really, really tough, but they're just falling short.
63-60.
63-60.
Everybody went home tired.
That's for sure.
Wow.
And last week's game that we broadcast was 62-61. So,
gosh,
just a real close matchup.
That tells you how good the coaches are doing with all these teams. I mean,
True.
they're good.
Yes, they're evenly matched.
Yes. Yes. Now, you got anything else you want to tell us about?
Yes, make sure you tune in on Thursday at 6 o'clock for the pregame show on catchitlive.com.
6 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Thursday evening, right?
Yes, in the evening.
Right, in the evening,
yes.
6 o'clock.
Don't go in the morning, but in the evening.
Don't go in the morning, and if you do go in the morning, just hang with them for 12 hours.
Oh,
okay. Well, anyway.
So 6 o'clock pregame show, 6:15 start time or tip-off.
And basically, you're going to hear it. In other words,
yes,
it's
you
no,
will hear it,
no
yes.
video at this point.
Correct, yes.
Okay. So as we get our video team together.
So it'll be the undefeated Woodbridge Raiders, 4-0, taking on the Polytech Panthers.
That should be good.
Should be a good one.
All right. You got anything else for us?
Just make sure you check us out on Thursday.
Check it out on Thursday. And you're going to be off for a couple weeks?
I'll be off because the show's not.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Be going on.
You're not leaving town or anything.
No, I'm not leaving town.
Okay. You got all your Christmas shopping done?
I think I've done most of it online.
Okay. All right. Have you ever heard of Ebates?
I've heard of eBay. I don't know about Ebates.
There's a thing called Ebates. I need to tell everybody about it. If you are an online shopper, you go to ebates.com first. And then it will say you want to go from there to Amazon or Kohl's or anywhere. Then it will pay you back once a month. Like, for example, Amazon.com. Mm-hmm. So if you start at Ebates and then go to Amazon.com through their website, whatever you spend at Amazon, Ebates will mail you a check for 4% of your purchase.
I like that.
Sears sometimes is like 9%. So, anyway,
I should have known about that sooner.
Well, you got to hang out with me more often. I mean, anyway. Okay, folks, we're going to end the show. Anything else?
No, that's it.
I feel bad that we've ran so late.
When you
okay.
Give a shot of Brooks over here.
We're going to give a shot of Brooks. So, folks, brace yourself. Brace yourself. Brooks has not had any cosmetic surgery. This is the real Brooks Ritter. Brooks Ritter is the man. I'm talking to this camera now. Anyway, and I want to say thank you to Jimmy's Grill for letting us be here. They're very gracious to us every week. They tolerate us, they put up with us, and they really feed us well. We're going to be back here Friday morning, so look, if you want to come and hang out with us, the pancakes are unbelievable. The French toast is unbelievable. Great place to eat. Service is priceless. Food is fantastic. Join us Friday morning. So here's a glimpse of Brooks. After that, I'm going to say goodnight and leave you all alone. Thank you for watching our show. This is Brooks Ritter, folks, in all his glory. Say hi, Brooks. Wave to him. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
There you go.
Here's all the equipment.
Here's all the equipment. All the knobs. Yep. And some nights he turns everything on. So that is the Catch It Live Studios, our multi-million-dollar setup. So we're pretty mobile. We have a good time. It's been a good night. And if you want to buy anything that we sell, Brooks is the man. So other than that, good night, everybody. Thank you again to Jimmy's Grill and everybody here. We've had a good night, and we will see you Friday morning. But you can hear Anthony
you can hear
do
me
the
on
game Thursday at 6.
6 o'clock.
p.m. in the afternoon, past morning. Okay? See you. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Bye-bye.